Is your dream to start a Shopify store and work from home, be on your laptop, sipping a martini at the beach, and have that be your life and your environment? If it is, you probably have the wrong mindset. Watch this whole video through. I'm gonna explain why dropshipping is probably not the route you want to go if you want to actually build a long-term sustainable business. So I've had a lot of people mention to me that dropshipping sucks for a few reasons, like, oh, well, I see a lot of ads that people are promoting that have a lot of comments where people say scam, or, oh my god, I just got the product, it took like 4 weeks to get to my house. And if you are seeing that, a lot of people get discouraged, but the reality is dropshipping should be your stepping stone. You should never start a dropshipping business, I think, right now, to have that be your end-all be-all. It shouldn't be, okay, I wanna scale this up and still be supplying or sourcing my products through Aliexpress. It just shouldn't be your long-term goal. Here's why. If you have a business and you provide awesome value and awesome products at an affordable price to where people feel like they're getting value, you will have repeat customers. One thing I think is very huge is I literally just bought an iPhone XS Max. I bought it because I like iPhones. They're great products. I get them. I literally just went and picked it up same day and all that stuff. So I enjoy the product. But if you're drop shipping, it is very hard to build repeat customers if you're sourcing from Aliexpress due to the fact that shipping times are too long. So what happens is customers will just get irritated and won't ever buy from you, and they may buy from you again or a repeat time, and then they may even do a chargeback or something. So that's why I don't think you should start dropshipping until you hear out what you should actually do. Like, there's a specific strategy I think you should do to actually begin to make a long-term business that makes you money for years to come, because I know a lot of people who have started dropshipping businesses, made a few $100 a day or a few $1,000s a month, and then their product fades out, or then they get, I guess, nervous because a lot of people will comment on their posts and say, oh my god, scam, or where's my product, it's been a few months. So that type of stuff, it gets into people's heads. If you can't understand that and understand that this business model is not meant, in my opinion, it's not meant to be ran for an extended amount of time, because what will happen is your customers will just end up being very, very irritated in you. So here's my honest opinion, so here's my strategy I have for you guys to run a successful, sustainable, long-term dropshipping business in 2019. The first step is, when you're starting a dropshipping business, you want to leverage it as a proof of concept and nothing other than that. You don't want to use it to leverage the amount of money you can make. Yeah, that would be awesome, but you'll create more headaches than needed. So what do I mean by proof of concept? Let's say I have an idea, okay? I found 2 products today, I actually did, that I want to sell. Well, we'll get into all of that. So for me to start selling them, I can load up a Shopify store, have products on there probably in a few hours, and have a store ready to be promoted. Have product descriptions and everything like that loaded on. I'll show you guys in other videos how to do all that stuff. But let's say I want to start testing these products and seeing if they work. What will I do? I'll definitely dropship from Aliexpress. Here's why. I can test the product, see if it works, if it has proof of concept. If I can sell the product consistently through marketing and have a steady CPC, cost per conversion, that's good to where I'm still profiting, I will analyze that and realize, okay, there either is potential with this product, I should move on to this next step, or no, let's try something else. So that's number one, that's step number one, what you guys should do. Dropshipping is good as a stepping stone. So let's just say now you have that product, you've sold a decent amount, now you're like, all right, now let's get this into a long-term business. What do we do next? So step number 2 is going to be starting to contact suppliers from Alibaba. There is a strategy that you can do to make sure you're not dealing with another middleman, because I was talking to Juan or Samir, one of them, and they're mentioning how a lot of the times Alibaba suppliers are actually dropshipping those products. So they're not even the actual supplier. They are getting it. Let's say they're selling a product to you for $20, they're getting it for $15. So they're upselling you. So there's a way to do that. I'll make another video on that as well, but that's gonna be step 2. Start contacting these suppliers to build up or to order the product with your own private label. This is important. This is like vital to having a long-term business. There are a few reasons why you want to private label your product. One, you'll be able to brand it, and when you have a product branded, people are more likely to trust brands because you can build long-term repeat customers. So now that you develop a brand, you have customers who are coming back to you and purchasing from you if you launch a new product or something like that. Another reason is when you have the products in hand, let's say you give them to a fulfillment center, you can now get shipping times out from 3 to 8 weeks, now down to like a few days. Like that's one of the big things that is kind of huge and vital for a long-term brand. When you combine both of those along with marketing, proper marketing, you can have a long-term sustainable business that you're hypothetically drop shipping, because you still are selling the products. You obviously have already purchased them, but you're not touching them. You have them in fulfillment centers. The fulfillment centers are processing all of your orders. The other thing that will be awesome is with Aliexpress, what happens is you are doing 1 transaction per order, which is very, very bad for a number of reasons. One, it's bad, it's hard to manage with taxes. So when you have a ton of these micro transactions, a lot of banks don't enjoy that. So the problem here is you will have a hard time having a sustainable bank account with this, because like an actual account, because a lot of them think that it is suspicious activity, and a lot of them will either kick you out of their bank or will not let you do the transactions, will cap you out at a few transactions a day, which sucks, but it happens. So the cool thing with fulfilling these orders is instead of doing that, you're now doing like a huge transaction. So let's say you charge, your fulfillment center is now charging you on a weekly basis. So they're saying, okay, we fulfilled 300 orders today, it's gonna charge, we're gonna charge you $1,000 to fulfill all those orders. It definitely varies for how fast you want shipping times and all that stuff, but that will just be 1 transaction. It won't be like you'll have to do 300 individual transactions. One of the cool things also when you have branded products is you can charge a lot more. Here's why. So if someone were to buy headphones, okay, let's say I had Monster headphones that are just Monster, and then I had Beats headphones. They sounded the exact same, but one were Beats and one were Monster. Or the G-Shock and Casio watches. G-Shock are like $100 to $200, Casios are like 10 to 50 bucks. The reason is because they're branded differently. G-Shock is by Casio and Beats used to be by Monster. Here's the thing though, they branded them completely different. They put a face behind Beats, and for G-Shock they just priced them higher and they sold well. So that's like something to keep in mind. I have my cat just jumped into my laundry basket. So I have a product that I almost launched last year, then I didn't, that I was gonna be able to source for $5, and as a generic one I could have sold it for $15, but if I private labeled it, I would have been able to sell it for like $39 to $49, which is unreal margins, like buying for $5 and selling for $49. There's a lot of potential money you can make when you're getting into the business of private labeling rather than drop shipping. Like that's one of the big things too. Drop shipping businesses, you're normally not profiting as much because you're dealing with small order quantity, usually 1 to 2 products per order. So the bad thing is you're never going to be getting these higher margins as if you were using a private label business, where you're now ordering the product in bulk, getting your own label and packaging on it, and now selling it as your own brand, because hypothetically it is. So to get a definite game plan, here's my suggestion for you guys. Find products, test them via dropshipping through Shopify and Aliexpress. I would say if you guys can generate like only like, I don't know, let's say 100 orders through dropshipping, and then after you have these orders, you want to pull the Facebook data, pull the order data, all that stuff, create a new Shopify store specifically for these products, and then have them branded, have all your pictures branded, make sure the logos are on the product and stuff like that, so that you can build out the store showcasing that it is a true brand. That's my strategy, but obviously once you get those orders, you'll have to contact suppliers and see what the minimum order quantity is, then contact fulfillment centers. It gets a little, you know, you're definitely getting into starting an actual business rather than just drop shipping and, you know, fulfilling orders and having them being like that. Now you're getting into all of the legal side of things to where you have a product name on a product. So you need to make sure that the name is available, and then you need to take the name, and, you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. But I would say if you are looking to create a long-term e-commerce business, this is where you need to be looking. It's not something bad to do. I think it's very important. One of the cool things also is you can then have these products with you wherever you go if you're traveling often, and you can take pictures with the product or of the product around all sorts of different environments to have more content for your social media, for the brand, because if you're going to be creating a long-term brand, you want to be consistently posting on social media. So that's gonna wrap up this video though. It's a very easy topic for me to discuss just because this is stuff I'm very familiar with. I understand this strategy, and I understand that dropshipping should be used through Aliexpress as a stepping stone to build a more long-term sustainable business. If you guys still think that it is practical and sustainable to build these long-term dropshipping stores through Aliexpress dropshipping. It's going to be very difficult for you. Mostly mindset though, because when you constantly are getting the emails of people saying, where's my product? It's been 5 weeks, where is it? It gets a little tough on you. So that's my solution for you guys if you want to build a long-term business through dropshipping. I would say this is the path for you guys. If you did make it to the end, hopefully you guys did enjoy this. If you did, please be sure to smash that like button and click that beautiful subscribe button below. I do have a new strategy for developing websites with clients, a new way to set it up. So if you guys want to see that, I'll post a video on that tomorrow. But other than that, I hope you guys again did enjoy, and if you have any questions, you can comment them in the comment section below, or recommendations for future videos, or if you'd like to DM me personally, we can hop on phone calls and stuff. You can always DM me, I'll have a link in the description for that. But other than that, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Yeah, it's gonna be Super Bowl tomorrow, but I'm still gonna be working, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.